Today I'm going to talk about visiting people in care homes and how that might affect you, the person with dementia, and some of the things that you could do to help them. So we usually say to people the first thing to kind of do if it's your first visit is you may or may not have had contact with the home. We suggest that you phone the home, ask how the person's doing, find out a good time to visit them. Some people are more alert or awake in the morning or an afternoon, so it's finding out when there would be the best time for that person with dementia, but also the home as well. Often meal times, getting up and going to bed are very busy times, and it might be quite chaotic to try and visit at those times. In terms of how a carer might feel, we often say to people we don't know how anybody's going to react, so any feelings that you have will be normal before or after. So you may feel very emotional when you come out, or you may be very anxious about going to see them, about what's going to happen, what you're going to sit and talk about. If you were that person's main carer prior to going in, a lot of people find it difficult because they're used to doing practical stuff with them, so they're used to having to do all the washing and dressing and the cooking and the cleaning and things around the house, and now you haven't got to do that. You've kind of got forced time to sit together. So it's about taking your time and learning about your relationship again, because it will have changed. So we often say don't underestimate the power of just sitting with somebody and watching telly. If you did want to particularly do some activities, there's a whole host of things that we suggest people can do. So things like music therapy. When we talk about music therapy, it's not a therapy in a sense of people might know that. There is specialists out there that do music therapy, but it can be simple as that person, take their favourite CD in, download it onto an iPod and put them some headphones and either listen with them or dance with them. You can make it as simple or as complicated as you want. Some people take a radio in or a record player even, and pop that in the person's room, so you could do that. Other people build up a life story with them. There's one on the Dementia UK website that can be downloaded and completed, or some people just make scrapbooks, so they may have found old photos when you've been clearing somebody's house after they've gone, so it's about taking those in and see if the person with dementia remembers any of the people in the photos. You could do board games, jigsaws, colouring, anything along those lines. We often say to people it doesn't matter if the person with dementia can't play Scrabble anymore or can't play chess. It's more about the taking part and doing that activity rather than them actually getting it right. It's the enjoyment that they get out of it. Other people just take in books and magazines. If someone was always into classic cars, you can buy them a book or even get one out of the library. Or some people get a different library book each week, take it in with them. We often say to people as well, it's important to be realistic. The person with dementia will tire easily when it's a full one-on-one conversation, so we recommend 20-30 minutes and that person might then get sleepy and tired. You can sit with the person while they have a quick nap. Other people just ensure that they're settled and then leave the home. Depending on the home and how often you want to visit that, again, that's entirely up to you. There's no right or wrong way. Often people say, oh, my friend said I should be going every day, or I feel as though I should be going every day. As we said, that is up to you as a carer. If you find it very emotionally draining going and seeing your relative, then give yourself a break in between. Phone the home instead of going to see them, just to check they're all right if you're overly worried. Some people can only go once a week because they work and they've got commitments, so don't feel guilty about not going as often as you think you should. As I say, there's no right or wrong way. That is entirely up to how comfortable you are as a carer. And we often say to people, if you are finding it distressing, then by all means phone the helpline after you've visited that person and we can offer you support.